And good morning, YouTube. What's going on? It's now time for the post-game report here. Like I promised. I hope you enjoyed the video that I did at the game and stuff. So let's get right into it. To start off with the first game, which was Ottawa at Florida. I said Florida will win. Going into the matchup, Ottawa was 17-2 with 30 points. And Florida was 15-12-5 with 35 points. And Florida got on the board first with Noah Ackery, his sixth goal of the year, assisted at 9:42 in the first, and it was 1-0 Florida. Noel Ackery, again, his second goal of the game, his seventh of the year, assisted at 1:18 in the second period. By the way, after one, it was 1-0. Now we're in the second. Then Artyom Ozoval, his fifth goal of the year, assisted at 2:05 in the second, and it was 2-1 Florida. Alexander Barkov, his 11th goal of the year, assisted at 5:41, and it was on a power play. Noah Ackery assisted and a hat trick. Yay! Hat trick. The second hat trick award given out this year. Assisted at 10:33 in the second, and it was 4-1 Florida. Mike Matterson, his second goal, assisted. And for the guy who got the assist, it was his third assist of the game. At 15:06 in the second, it was 5-1 Panthers. Then Dominic Turgle of the Panthers finished the scoring in the second at 19:28 in the second period. It was 6-1, and there was no score in the third. Final score was 6-1. Now, folks, on the sheets, I forgot to put the comma shots, so I wrote it in. Let you see it. See? So, at least we got the shots. Alright. Shots on goal were 30 for Ottawa, 31 for Florida. 0 for 1 on the power play was Ottawa. 1 for 6 on the power play for Florida. Florida picks up a very important 2 points. It's the 37th point of the year. Good going. Next, I said the Rangers will win, and they were taking on our foes from the Central Division of Nashville. Entering this matchup, Nashville was 14-12-5 with 33 points. The Rangers were 6-12-4 with 36 points. And here we go. Rocco Germani, his fourth goal of the year, assisted at 10:36 in the first. It was 1-0 Preds. Then Chris Kreider, his eighth goal of the year, assisted at 11:10 in the first. It was 1-1. And after one, it was tied 1-1. Then Roman Josi, his eighth goal of the year, assisted at 10:16 in the second. And now it's 2-1. Then Matas Yokum, his fifth goal of the year, assisted. And like that, it was 3-1. And that was it. After 2, it was 3-1. Then Armin Parrin, his 20th goal of the year, assisted at 17:18 in the third, and like that, it was 3-2. Roman Josi. Now we're in the third, okay? By the way, I want you to know. Roman Josi, his second goal of the game, his ninth of the year, unassisted at 18:11, 4-2 Nashville, and then Ryan Ellis, his fifth goal of the year, and it was assisted at 19:55, basically 5 seconds left, and the final score was 5-2. I got that one wrong, folks. I got the points wrong. So bear with me. And when you guys buy my sheets, you guys will probably see what the paper on them. White out. Can't live that. You really cannot go. You really cannot live out this, folks. Sometimes. I really like that. More stuff you can just roll on. All right. Shots on goal were 24 for Nashville, 41 for the Rangers, and 0 for 2 on the power play was Nashville. 0 for 4 was the Rangers. This gives Nashville their 35th point of the year. Very important as they slowly move up. Next, I said Washington will beat the Blue Jackets as they travel to Columbus. Entering this matchup, Washington, league best, 24, 5-5 with 53 points. Columbus, 12, 4-6 with 30 points. All said and done. Oh, let's get right into it, actually. Let's go right to it. Did Ovechkin score? There was one goal in the first. Eric Robertson, his fourth goal of the year, assisted at 11:32, and it was 1-0. Columbus. In the second, there was no goals, so it was still 1-0. And then in the third, at 32 seconds, Oliver Borkerstrand, his 8th and 9th goal of the year, he scored twice. In the third, his first was at 32 seconds. It was 2-0, and it was assisted. The second one, his 9th of the year, also assisted at 8:46 in the third, and the Capitals got shut out by the final score of 3-0. Shots on goal, Columbus 21, Washington 30. Power play was 0 for 4 for Washington. 0 for 2. 0 for 2 was Columbus. 0 for 4 was Washington. This gives Columbus a very important 2 points. And they are playing a back-to-back today. So, next, my Blues takes on the Avalanche. Now, folks, I was at this game. It was a great game, by the way. Very intense. Very heartfelt and pounding. So let's get right into it with the goals. David Perron with his 13th goal of the year, assisted by O'Reilly and Sundqvist. At 18:51 in the first, it was 1-0. After 1-0. But then Colorado gets on the board. At 55 seconds in the second, Nazem Kadri, his 11th goal of the year, assisted. Once again, 55 seconds, it was tied 1-1. Then Marky Rediman, his 9th goal of the year, assisted. At 9:35, and it was 2-1 on a power play. Yeah, power play. Now, the Blues get a power play. It was a double minor for high sticking. It's a 4-minute power play. First one, the first goal. I'm not gonna say what happened. I'm saying first goal, okay? David Perron with his 2nd goal of the night, his 14th of the year, assisted by Pietrangelo and Schwartz at 18:47. On a power play, ties it up at 2. Then Vince Dunn, his 5th goal of the year, assisted by Bozak and Falk in 19:23. Okay, 19 minutes and 23 seconds. He scores his 5th goal of the year. That was also on the power play. And the Blues are at 3-2 after 2 periods. Then, Jordan Kyrou, his 1st goal of the year And it was unassisted at 11:24 in the third. It was 4-2 Blues. But was that all the scoring? David Perron gets the puck after a poke. And Colorado had the extra man. So they pulled the goalie. And David Perron shoots at the empty net. After going forward a little bit, shoots at the empty net. And it goes in. David Perron with the hat trick. Yay. Hats went up. And folks, I had some popcorn. And it went flying. Okay, I just tossed it. I went, yeah. And I had popcorn everywhere. Assisted by Sundquist and O'Reilly. Perron's 15th goal of the year at 16:55 in the third. And it was 5-2, and that was the final score. 5-2 was the final score. I put 3 on here. And here we go. Shots on goal. Blues 35. Colorado 28. By the way, entering the matchup, the Colorado was 21-8-3. Blues were 28-6. 45 points for Colorado. 46 points for the Blues. 28 shots in goal for Colorado. 35 for the Blues. Power play. Blues were 2 for 3 on the power play. 2 for 3. Yeah, Colorado was 1 for 2. This gives the Blues practically identical records with the Avalanche. Both teams now have 21 wins. But Colorado has 9 losses. We have 8. But first place in the conference solely by the Blues. 48 points now by the Blues. 45 for Colorado. Colorado plays a back-to-back today. Also, that's correct. Okay, they do not. So way to go for the Blues. And following the nightcap, Edmonton goes to Dallas. In going into the matchup, Edmonton was 18-13-4 with 40 points. Dallas 19-11-4 with 42 points. And here we go. Zach Kaiser, his 12th goal of the year, gets the scoring off going. It was assisted at 8:07 in the first, and it was 1-0 Edmonton. Then Leon Dawson, his 21st goal of the year at 14-13 in the first, and it was 2-0. And that was on a power play. And that was it. After 1, it was 2-0. No goals in the second. Tyler Seguin gets on the board for the Stars, and it was 2-1. Edmonton at 17:23. It was assisted, but that was it. No more scoring. Edmonton wins. I got that right. 2-1 was the final. And shots on goal was Edmonton 28, Dallas 35. Power play 1 for 6 for Edmonton, 0 for 3 for Dallas. And this gives a very important 2 points for Edmonton. And now they're tied with the Stars with 42 points, and they got the same number of wins. But Edmonton has just one more loss than the Stars. So, and you know what? Let's take a look at the standings. I'm just going to tell you them. Basically, they're going to show me wild cards, so let's get to that. Basically, the playoffs started today. In the Metropolitan, it's Washington, New York Islanders, and Carolina. In the Atlantic, it's Boston, Buffalo, and Florida, with Pittsburgh and Philadelphia with the wild cards. Philadelphia will travel to Washington. Pittsburgh will travel to Boston. And then, of course, New York and the Islanders and Carolina will take on each other, and Buffalo and Florida will take on each other. That's as in the East. Now, in the West, it's a different story. In the West, in the Central, it's the Blues, the Avalanche, and Winnipeg. And then it's Arizona in the Pacific, Edmonton and Vegas, with Dallas and Calgary as the wild cards. That means Dallas will come here, and Calgary will travel to Arizona. Division matchups. Basically, that's as of right now. Of course, it's still too early to say who's going to win and, get what. But things are looking pretty positive right now, especially for this team. A lot of people say, they're on a Stanley Cup hangover, and I don't think so. Looking in the West, Minnesota. Now, even though it's still early, and the three worst teams. Yeah. It's Detroit, New Jersey, the three worst teams are all in the East. It's Detroit, New Jersey, and Ottawa. And my bet will say Detroit will get the number one pick in the draft because they're the worst. But of course, I don't know how the stipulations is going on for this draft. So I don't know if Detroit traded their pick to someone and stuff. I'll find out all out when we get to it. And also when we get closer and closer, I will actually do a draft lottery scenario, and I actually will do like they do the draft lottery, so you guys can see that. So that is it for today. And now we got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $11 games on tap for tomorrow. So let's do a review on that. And I'll even tell you where to watch them, so you know. Okay. And also, later today, I'll do another report, so you know, and give you a fresh reminder. And I'm not going to give you my picks, okay? Here we go. Starting off with Los Angeles at Boston. Now, this is a 7 o'clock Eastern game, okay? 6 Central. Entering the matchup. LA is 14-18-3 with 31 points. Boston is 21-7-6 with 48 points. And you can watch this game on Sportsnet Edmonton, Ontario. Sportsnet Providence or Pacific, whatever. Nesson, which is New England Sports Network, and Fox Sports West. Next, it's Buffalo takes on Toronto. Entering the matchup, Buffalo is 16-11-7 with 39 points. Toronto is 16-14-4 with 36 points. You can watch this game on NBC Sportsnet, TVAS, which is in Canada, and TSN4, which is also in Canada. Next is Ottawa at Tampa Bay. Entering the matchup, Ottawa is 11-18-2 with 30 points. And Tampa is 16-12-3 with 35 points. Yeah. And you can watch this game on the Sun Network, Fox Sports Sun. TSN 5 and RDS, which is up in Canada, which is on the French. Nashville goes to New York Islanders, and this game will be played at New York Coliseum, the Nassau Coliseum. Entering the matchup, Nashville is 15-12-5 with 33 points. 35. 35 points, not 33. I don't know why I said 33. It's 35. And New York is 22-7-2 with 46 points. And you can watch this game on MSG Plus and Fox Sports Tennessee. Next is Anaheim at Philadelphia. Anaheim enters the matchup at 14-15-4 with 32 points. And Philadelphia 17-11-5 with 39 points. You can watch this game on NBC Sports Pacific. That's NBC Sports Pacific, formerly known as Comcast Sports, and Prime. Fox Sports Prime. Next is Columbus Blue Jackets goes to Detroit. Entering the matchup. Columbus is 12-14-6 with 32 points. Detroit is 9-23-3 with 21 points. You can watch this game on Fox Sports Detroit and Fox Sports Ohio. Next is Carolina at Winnipeg. By the way, that's a 7:30 game. And those other games I mentioned were all 7 o'clock Eastern. This is the last game I mentioned, which was Columbus at Detroit. It is a 7:30 Eastern game. This one's an 8 o'clock game. Carolina at Winnipeg. Entering the matchup, Carolina is 20-11-2 with 42 points. Same with Winnipeg. 20-11-2 with 42 points. You can watch this game on the ESPN Sports app, TSN3, and Fox Sports Carolina. Next, Pittsburgh travels to Calgary. This is a 9 o'clock Eastern game. Entering the matchup, Pittsburgh is 19-12-4 with 42 points. Calgary is 18-13-4 with 40 points. Watch the game on the ESPN Sports app. Sportsnet Winnipeg. AT&T Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Okay? AT&T Sportsnet is formerly known as Root Sports. Okay, so get that. Next, Montreal. And this one's at 10 o'clock Eastern. Montreal visits Vancouver. Enter the matchup. Montreal is 15-12-6 with 36 points. Vancouver 16-14-4 with also 36 points. You can watch this game on Sportsnet Pacific, TSN2, and RDS. Next, Minnesota goes to the Vegas Knights, also at 10 o'clock Eastern. Entering the matchup, Minnesota 16-13-5 with 37 points. Vegas Knights are 18-13-5 with 41 points. You can watch this game on AT&T Sportsnet, Rocky Mountain, Fox Sports North, and Fox Sports Wisconsin. And finally, Arizona goes to San Jose. This is a 10:30 matchup. Entering the matchup, Arizona is 19-12-4 with 42 points. And San Jose is 16-17-2 with 34 points. You can watch this game on NBC Sports California, Fox Sports Arizona Plus. And that will do it for now. I'll see you guys later today. And remember, stay safe, those watching, and I'll see you guys around on the next NHL Report. So peace out.